A vision statement is supposed to be a North Star, and you are supposed to take your people there. You need to make sure that you're moving forward, and you and your team are all in the same boat, moving towards that North Star. Hey guys, welcome back to the show. This is your host of the Leadership Staff Podcast. My name is Sean C, aka Mr. CEO 22. And today we're going to be talking about how to rally your team behind your vision. Why do we need to discuss this? Because this is such a big problem. A lot of leaders nowadays sometimes find it very hard to rally their team to where they want to go. And if you're unable to do that, then people in your company would just try to hit their own KPIs, their own goals, not aligning their priorities to the vision that you have, your North Star, where you are trying to take the entire company. You see, when you're the leader of the ship, the bigger the ship that you have, the harder it is to turn it around. And when you have a lot of people, being able to share and cast your vision repeatedly to them is something that we all have to do. If that's something that you're not able to do, you will find it extremely hard to rally them behind you. And it is so critical and necessary for you as a leader to have that ability to just rally the people behind you, to motivate them, to inspire them, and to make sure that they push forward with you in the same direction towards your vision. Now, what happens if you can't do this? Your company usually stagnates to the point of no growth. And then the market will eat you up because almost all businesses have competitors. Whether they're big, whether they're small competitors, they're still competitors and they want to be able to monopolize the industry. And they'll try to eat as much market share as they can. So if you're stagnant, don't think that you're going to be stagnant for a long time. You're going to shrink because your competitors are going to try and eat your market share. So how do you effectively rally your team? Number one, have a clear vision without fluff. Don't write a vision statement that's 3-5 sentences long. That's too long. If you can squeeze it in and distill it to one sentence, as much as possible, make it one sentence. Make it so understandable, so clear to the people who you will deliver it to that they can't help but just understand it and buy into it. If your vision statement is too long, you've already lost the war because people won't understand what you're really trying to say. It's going to be words on a wall, writings on a wall, and that's all it's going to be. People will just focus on their job. They don't care about the big picture. They're not going to care about your vision. And make sure that this vision that you painstakingly distilled to make it clear, repeatedly communicate it. Here at SEO Hacker, we make sure that every Monday in our town hall meeting, we repeatedly memorize and recite the mission statement, the vision statement, the core values, and our purpose statements. It might sound trivial. It might even sound academic to some people. They don't realize the critical necessity of this. Each and every SEO hacker is aligned to the vision that we have. And we're all moving into one direction together. If it's not in the head, memorized, how can it get to the heart? How can it get to the spirit? There is no way. People might think it's academic or trivial that we're memorizing and reciting, but it's actually a very powerful secret ingredient that we have here at SEO Hacker. Second thing is to make sure that everyone in your team knows what the roles and responsibilities are of each different team member. Not having a clear role of what other team members are doing leaves gaps for confusion. And if your team members are confused, they don't know what other people are doing, why would they buy into your vision? What's so important about your vision if they don't know what the guy beside them, what the girl in the next table to them, they don't know what they're doing. So it's very important for you as the leader to make sure that everyone knows what each other are doing. Now, I also know that there are some business people who will tell you, don't share what everyone is doing with everyone because they will copy what you're doing and compete with you. I want you guys to know that scrub mentality. At the end of the day, how can people compete with you, the founder? You have years ahead of experience. You have years ahead of resources, of connections. It's gonna be very hard for them to compete with you. And even if they do, my suggestion is the market is so big, I doubt that you can cover all of it. If they compete with you, I suggest you support them and you play well with them. So don't be so afraid of allowing your team members to know what each other are doing that you end up as a leader paralyzed and your vision becomes stagnant because now your team is just left in the gaps of confusion. Make sure to explain clearly to everyone what each team is responsible for, and that will help you to rally your team to your vision. Number 3, set clear milestones on how you're going to be able to achieve that vision. If people don't see progress, if you're not able to measure the things that you're doing to be able to achieve that vision, people will soon start to give up in their spirit. And they will say, yeah, it's a North Star, but we're not moving anywhere towards it. It's just there. A vision statement is supposed to be a North Star, and you are supposed to take your people there. You need to make sure that you're moving forward, and you and your team are all in the same boat, moving towards that North Star. If you're unable to do this, you will stagnate and you will lose market share. Number 4, try to get rid of any people in your team right now who involve themselves in divisive activities. Activities like gossip, treating someone badly in the team, bullying someone, doing mediocre work, doing things like quiet quitting. We covered that in an earlier video. Try to get rid of these people as soon as you can, because their divisive practices will surely cement and anchor your company, so much so that you're not gonna move anymore, because they're going to keep bogging you down. So you make sure that you eliminate these people, ask around, keep your eyes and ears open. And when you find out about them, or maybe you know them already, take this video as an encouragement to get rid of them. And lastly, number 5, celebrate the wins. When you are able to do something significant, when you achieve a milestone, I don't think there's such a thing as something too small. You celebrate it. You give someone a high five, you applaud someone, you say good job, good work, great work for accomplishing that. Nothing is too small for you to recognize and appreciate. Give claps to people who are able to do something out of the ordinary, and we appreciate them and we applaud them, and that encourages them and inspires them to move forward with the vision that we all have, our North Star. This fuels their passion and ignites their engine once again. So those are the 5 things that I suggest that you do if you're finding it difficult to rally your team around your vision. That should greatly improve your unity in the team and finally allow you to move forward full steam. If this video was valuable to you, please help us by sharing it with a friend, colleague, team member, and give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell notification icon so that when we have new videos, you're going to be notified immediately. Again, this is your host, Sean C, aka Mr. CEO 22, and I will see you on the next video.